Hello everyone, my name is Fiona and this is my beautiful mother Jennifer.
Hi.
We are authors of the upcoming book called The Try Wisdom Effect, and we just wanted to inform you guys about what that really is because we've been writing the book and now it's almost being published and we're excited to have it released. But you guys may or may not know the history behind why we're writing this book and what motivated us and inspired us to do it. So we just wanted to inform you guys of why we're doing it. So I'm gonna ask my mom, because she's the primary author of the book, some questions regarding what started the journey. So Mom, why did you choose Try Wisdom? What inspired you?
First, I will start by defining what try wisdom means. The word try means three. So, to try wisdom is to take three most important elements, to take out each one of those one at a time and focus on it until you are successful in whatever it is. Life is full of so many things that distract us from our focus. And when we are distracted, we are neither effective nor efficient. So the try wisdom effect is what you feel when you have taken out the most important elements and worked on those one at a time until you are successful. So to answer Fiona's question, which is about how I came up with this book or this title, is that I was looking at how much we have to do in life. And I thought the most effective way of living our lives is not to do everything that comes our way, but to select important elements of a task and be able to focus on each. At the end of the day, or at the end of a particular period that you've set for yourself, you will have done way more than you would have done if you were chasing everything that comes your way.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you've not only focused on one thing, but you draw out those three things and decide that those are the things that you will focus on. But when you start focusing, it's one at a time of those three things, to the exclusion of everything else. That's what the try wisdom effect is.
So to summarize, you're just saying the importance of reducing the busyness of life by focusing on three things, and that makes you more effective in the long run, right?
Right.
And a category of people who really benefit from this, I would say, are single parents and caregivers, because they deal with so much as a single parent and as someone who's caring for another individual. There's just so much on your plate. You're dealing with caring, you're dealing with bringing in financial revenue, you're dealing with taking care of the kids, or you're someone who's ill, and all those types of things. And I think that's also part of the reason why you're writing this book, right?
That's right. The book is based on being able to simplify your life and make it more effective, and then enjoying your life without forgetting yourself. Because life is moving very, very fast in our modern lives. The speed of things is at breakneck speed. And so we want to be able to still live our lives, realizing that we are taking care of somebody else, which gives you way more to do than just the normal person. So truly, when you try wisdom, you'll be able to do way more and be more effective.
Okay, so what value do you bring to the book? What are you giving the readers?
In a nutshell, I'm going to just summarize the book. So I have about 8 chapters in this book. The first chapter introduces me as a single parent and caregiver. And I talk about my 4 children. I paint a day actually in my life as a single parent and the difficulties that you can face as a single parent in a strange land. So I'm an immigrant, and so I do talk about that. That's chapter 1. Chapter 2, I talk about some things that prevent us from succeeding and being happy in life. So I talk about mindsets, I talk about cultures, I talk about lifestyles, and I talk about many other things that actually can prevent us, such as emotions, from being able to be at our best.
Yeah.
So dealing with the emotions, I talk about being able to grieve and being able to forgive.
Yeah.
That's chapter 2. Chapter 3, I introduce the spiritual aspects of our lives. And here, I ask 5 questions based on Dr. Miles Monroe's 5 essential questions of life. These are questions that help you to locate yourself in your journey in life. So you are able to ask who you are. That's a question of identity. Where you are going, a question of destiny. What your source is. That is who created you. That's a question of origin. What's your potential? So your abilities, your innate abilities that you are born with. And ultimately your purpose in life, the reason for your existence. That's chapter 3. Chapter 4, I give scenarios about possible things that can happen to you in life and how to deal with those scenarios. So actually, I do not give you the answers to the scenarios that are laid out, but I do give you exercises that you can do, and within these exercises you are able to draw out the 3 most important things and be able to help whoever is going through that particular scenario. As well, with the ability to do that, you are also able to come to the website that we have, the trywisdomvillage.com, and be able to share some of the try wisdoms and insights that you might have for people that are going through those scenarios. So you are welcome to come to the lab at trywisdomvillage.com.
Yeah.
Chapter 5 is Fiona's chapter. Maybe Fiona should tell us a little bit about her chapter.
So, my mom is a single mom of 4 kids, and my older brother, her eldest son, is autistic. So I thought it would be valuable to kind of share my story growing up with my older brother with autism, because I know a lot of people out there might be experiencing something similar, whether it's a loved one, a relative, whatever the case may be. I tell my story in a chronological manner. So when I was first growing up as a young child, how I dealt with the difficulty of accepting my brother for who he is. The little embarrassments that I felt going in and out of school, meeting him at home, dealing with his behaviors and everything. Like, I just wasn't in a place of accepting that because I was so focused on fitting in with my peers, even just removing him from the picture altogether because I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know how to accept it. And then I move on to how I grew up with him as an adolescent and how I viewed him then. My perspective was a little different. I still was having a difficult time accepting him, but I was getting used to his behaviors. I was getting used to him as an individual. He actually was teaching me a lot of things that I didn't know until reflecting on them now. It's been such a blessing to our family and to myself. He's taught me so much, including being humble. Yeah, I'm just grateful for him. So I share that in my chapter, and I hope some people find value in that.
So Fiona's chapter is actually written to children that are growing up, or adolescents, or even young adults that have a special needs sibling, and just, the stages that you go through to get to a place of acceptance. My chapter 6 is a chapter on health. So this book is really about self-care. And in self-care, we have 7 aspects of health. So that includes your emotions, your physical health, your spiritual health, your mental health, your environmental health, your social health, and finally your financial health. And I carry over that financial health aspect into chapter 7. And in chapter 7, I give you examples of some strategies that I have personally used to stabilize my finances, although I am a single parent with a single income. And so I talk about real estate, which is one of the ways that I have used. I have dabbled in real estate to be able to give me that second income that I need, that a missing partner would have brought in. So I talk about that. I give you 2 strategies. One is on lending from your RRSP's tax-free savings account or cash, and being able to make a good income or return on investment from that. So then ultimately in chapter 8, we do have experts that actually give you some advice, some extra advice. And I might have about maybe up to 20 people in there that give you advice as a single parent or as a caregiver. Some of the things that they have learned through single parenting or caregiving or being a professional, helping people in that area. Then ultimately we have wonderful testimonials.
That's it. Yeah,
That's it.
That's really good.
That's the
good
book.
content.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for listening in today for our little talk on the book, and I hope you purchase it after.